now it's time to shut up.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Museum Advisory Committee meeting, June 20th. And before we begin, is there anybody who would like to declare a pecuniary interest? Okay, seeing none, we'll move to approval of the minutes. We're looking to approve the minutes of April 18th, 2023. Can I get some of the...
I'll move.
I will second.
All in favor? Great. Next, we have new business, year in review.
Did everyone have a chance to review this then? Were there any questions or comments? Just as background, we do this every year. We do need it for our big grants that we do, the CMOG grant, which is due at the end of the month. So if there's any changes or anything that need to be made to this, we do need to go over that.
Does anybody have any questions or comments?
So what typically pre-COVID were the total visits average per year, out of curiosity, just to compare how much it's come back?
It was about 18,000.
18? Okay.
Yeah. So we're getting there. Last year's numbers were under 2,000,
Sure.
but COVID restrictions, of course.
Anybody else have anything they want to add or any questions about the annual report?
No, I was just going to move that we approve it.
Okay. Go ahead.
I move that we approve.
Somebody second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Great.
It looks very nice. I mean,
Nice job.
yeah.
All right, moving on to 5.2, collections management policy. Back over to you.
So the collections management policy is in front of you, but everybody has maybe copies or read it on their iPad, etc. It is a long policy, and it's one of our longer ones. Typically we do update our policy every 3 years. Again, it relates to our CMOG, our grant that we get, so usually they dictate when we have to update. This one hasn't been updated in quite a while, so we wanted to put this one on the docket today. Usually we update about 3 a year, so you've already updated 1, and then this is our second one. Michelle and I have gone through this, and we've made a few verbiage changes, and I think there's a word missing here or there. And then there is one section under appraisals that we just added a bit more information on appraisals over $1,000 and Canada Revenue Agency line. So those are the things we added internally. They aren't on your, they aren't on your document, but because you guys have the original. But if you have any suggestions or changes, we can definitely make them tonight.
I can also put this up on the screen if that helps, and you can see the little changes that Crystal and I have recommended, if that helps.
If you want to put up the changes.
Yeah, the changes.
Yeah,
That would be great.
I don't know how easy that is to read still, but I can zoom in a little.
Great. And what was the other one?
The other one was just a small, I think it was more of like a grammatical thing. And then verbiage, as Crystal said. So statement of purpose, that name has just changed to mission statement. So it's just like little things like that. The names have changed. The consideration form was in here recognized as temporary custody. So we've just updated the verbiage on that. Oh yeah, that's where I present the consideration form.
And I think there was a word missing on one of the pages. It was supposed to have museum on it. So that could have been a copy paste issue.
Yeah. that is just, we just double checked that this is still the right verbiage for UNESCO.
How often do you actually sell stuff?
In my time, we have not. So I've been here 14 years. We have not. However, we as a staff are going to be doing a de-accession. So that is part of collections management. And part of the de-accession process is to, in the end, auction off items. And you'll see in this policy how we go about doing it. It has to be third party. And at this point, it would be online auctions, and unfortunately, none of us can bid. But there is quite a policy and structure in place for de-accessioning, and items cannot be given back to the donor.
I'm just gonna answer that email.
In regard to, not about the process, but the auctioning off of items, I see that you got a really robust policy here about that, but is there not an opportunity to make that like a fundraising event?
Yeah.
That would be fun and unique.
Well, yes, and that is the online portion, right? It could be a fundraiser, just we can't, as staff or committee people, actually bid or collect those things. But we can make it known.
Well, can't we do it in
An
person?
auctioneer.
Hire an auctioneer and do it in
Yes,
person?
you can, yes, we
The
can.
Heritage Fair.
Right, like Heritage Fair, like make an event out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. It's just we'd have to monitor who is bidding, right? We'd have to make sure that no staff, no
Yeah.
council, and I don't.
Sure.
Yeah.
We could have like a registration,
But then they'd have to have
we
something.
get a number.
A number of significant things to do,
Yeah.
right?
And we have to make it known
Yeah.
in the general public that we aren't selling items just to sell the items, because the perception can be negative in the community if people see that we are just selling off items. So other museums in the past have had issues with certain things, maybe having like a yard sale, so to speak. But just the way we present it to the public is the most important.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we present it as a yard sale
Yeah.
or a garage clean out.
Mhm.
I think we do it as a fancy museum night auction,
Get to know your museum and look at the products that you might acquire for your own.
right?
And help the museum.
Help the museum, maybe get a piece of Strathroy history, like, I think there'd be lots of things. I'd be very interested in helping out with that, I think that would be fun.
No, we can definitely look into it. We can talk to, because we also, as a municipality, we use gov deals to auction off items. So that's what we've used in the past for just office type furniture, but I know other museums actually use it for their actual de-accession process. So, but you can definitely look into that to see how that would work.
We could also, if we decided to do an in-person event, we could also ask Kate from the town event person, ask her for her resources to help plan.
For sure, no. And again, this isn't something that's going to be happening tomorrow. It probably is it is probably maybe next year in the spring, just because the process to de-accession takes quite a while. We don't want to just quote unquote throw something away. That's not what we're here for. So there is quite a procedural steps to do before we even consider any sort of de-accession.
Could open up the right theater.
We're full of ideas.
There you go.
Okay. Can I get a motion to accept the collections management policy? Dave, second. Okay. All in favor?
Somebody else do it, so I think.
Well, we can let them do
Next we have the curator's report.
Just getting Alex.
Oh,
She'll
okay.
be she'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. We need our curator to report. Yes.
Have you had many people using the mini putt down there? That's cute.
Yes, quite a few, yeah.
Yeah.
So we do try to track that. We have a little scorecard that people fill out. So we've been printing some out and seeing how many scorecards have been filled out. And obviously we're there during the day, so some of the kids and even adults obviously play. We're hoping to actually have a staff competition with our social
Yeah.
committee. So we're trying to get that involved. But yeah.
We should do a councillor and mayor session,
Yeah.
right?
That would be fun.
Right, and get the media. Here you go, come and try out the mini putt.
How long do you have it set up for?
So we'll have the mini putt up until the exhibit closes, which is probably going to be in mid-September.
We got lots of time then. Competition with councillors. What are you looking for now?
Just, don't tell anybody, but I
Just
used to
camping.
work at a mini putt for 4 summers.
Doesn't mean you know
I
how.
think I think I have an edge on this competition.
That doesn't mean you know how to play.
I played a lot of mini putt.
I think she is. I'm sorry.
Welcome. I see Donna.
I'm sorry.
We were just about to do the curator report, but we need a curator.
That's a good plan to meet. All right. So the curatorial report, you all have it in front of you. I always like to highlight a few key things from it, but by all means, you guys are welcome to ask questions as well. The art show that we had for the month of April, we had 1,651 visitors, which was pretty good. And I know last time, Donna, you asked for a graph. I didn't make a graph, but I put the previous art show's numbers on there for you. So the art show that we had last November, we had 1,985. The previous one that was in April, so around the same time frame, but it was still coming out of the COVID restrictions, we only had 825. So quite a nice boost from the one in April to the next. I also wanted to highlight in administration, we have a new museum assistant. She's a summer student, her name's Janaea. She's really been diving into our camps, getting all of those ready. It's been really great. Her whole station is full of crafts, testing them out for the kids. It's really fun to see. And she's really been running with it. She's got some really cool things lined up. We have actually a reptile show happening one of the days. Scanado is coming, and they're doing a pottery thing with the campers. She's got a mad scientist day happening. She's got art happening. So she's really jumped in full force with it, and it's been really, really wonderful. And then the other thing I want to highlight, we had a CBC radio interview just for the opening of our exhibit. They contacted us, which was really nice. They just were looking for some fun things. So that happened on May 19th. And we went to the market I went to the market on May 27th. We had over 55 visitors. It was a really great turnout. We made little bookmarks with printing, our printing press blocks. Crystal will be there this weekend. And I know I saw Dave, and I just wanted to bring this up. You guys are also welcome to come to our booth and help out. I know Dave mentioned when we were there, he's like, oh, I should be here. You guys are welcome to volunteer. I can send out the dates that we're planning to be there. And if you guys are free, you are welcome. You don't have to come for the whole time either. If you wanted to just come for a couple hours, happy to have you guys.
So what other events are you at?
Other market or events?
Is it both? Yeah.
So if you look down the upcoming activities, this is the whole list of dates that we have prepared coming forward. We might do another one-off, but as of now, this is everything that's scheduled. So the markets are listed here, but I can just send you the list without all of the other stuff. We have our walking tours starting up again. We had somebody for last week, but unfortunately with the weather, we've rescheduled them because giant thunderstorm, not safe to walk around in. We have the camps happening. I'm just double checking my list here. Those are the big things happening in the summer. So,
Anybody have any questions or comments about the curator's report? Okay, seeing none, can I get a motion to approve the curator's report? Is that the first one?
Ashley.
Ashley. I'll get these right. First, Ashley, second. Sure. No. All in favor? Excellent. Right. Next up, collections subcommittee report.
Yes, so the collection subcommittee happened on June 6th, and 2 people were able to attend, so that's great. So we did do it via Zoom, just because we had most of our items come via email, so we only had photos anyway. So out of that meeting, 4 objects were accepted, so that was 2 donations. One being an orphan donation. If you read the collections management policy, you know how we have to deal with orphan donations. Just that's a lingo that museums use. So it just means that someone unfortunately dropped it off when staff weren't around. Unfortunately, all the signage that we can put in, the way we're situated, it will just happen every now and then. And then the other was the double-seater stroller, which was very unique. It was actually in the 1960 Strathroy Centennial. So that was actually dropped off last week, so we do have that in our possession now. So does anybody have any questions about the meeting? It was quite a small meeting. Usually we have at least 10 donations for acceptance, but just 2 this time.
Anybody have any feedback or questions for Crystal? Okay, seeing none, can I get a motion to approve the collection subcommittee report? Mel, Ashley. All in favor? All right, next, inquiries or comments by members. Why don't we go around the room, we'll start with you, Mel.
Just relaying
Oh,
back.
Oh, sorry, Marty. I'm looking at Marty saying Mel.
You're looking at me,
The
Colin.
new name. I wasn't even looking at it.
I haven't got anything. That's okay, I haven't got anything.
No questions. Excited about the summer camps this summer though, and that there's some for older kids. That's cool.
Paula, do you have anything you want to ask?
Yes, I have today asked about Ukrainian family here, and one woman asked about camp in municipality, and I explained what it's going, how it's going, and sent information. So maybe he will connect it.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah.
No?
Just curious, going back to the last report. Do they come out to Mount Bridges, so like that art in the park too? Like, are you guys at those things also?
So sorry, like, do we?
Yeah,
like,
put
do
a
booth or
yeah,
something?
a table up
I would
traditionally.
have to, like, the easy thing with the market is because we are connected, you know, with the municipality, it's easy for us to set up a booth there. I did go to the art in the park, like myself, because we're also reaching out to new potential people to have their stuff in the gift shop. I went and made a whole bunch of new contacts, so I'm really hopeful. I had somebody actually stop by today just to check it out, to potentially bring it. He Rick is his name, he makes very cute little wooden like critters. So I did go out, I did try to make some connections, but I didn't have a booth.
Yeah, okay. There is a new artist that set up shop in Mount Bridges in the back of her, you know, her mural art, MERO. So her husband runs the tiling business that's there along the main street, and she's got a studio now where she's teaching classes in the back. So, yeah, just like I was talking to neighbors and stuff like that. There's somebody I knew, been in 3 years in Mount Bridges, and she didn't know anything about the museum. So I don't know. It might be something to outreach to Mount Bridges sometime at whatever event's coming up next. So.
Yep, so we have done outreach in the past. Again, unfortunately this was pre-COVID. We've partnered with the library having exhibits within that library space. Unfortunately spaces come to, they have no space now for us to do that. But we have done a community event in Mount Bridges. I don't think it was called the Artesian Market back then, but it was before COVID, where we'd have a booth out there. So whenever we can, I mean, the artesian one, it wasn't really, might not have had been a good fit. I don't know, because we couldn't really sell maybe items, but if there's always an opportunity, we do look for it. But
Maybe promote your beading and moccasin classes and that kind of thing at those.
yeah,
Might
no,
be
we
an
definitely
idea. Yeah.
like those ones sell quite quick.
Yeah, I know.
So those ones might not need actual promotions because they definitely sell out quite quickly. But yeah, definitely we try to get out to members. We put even little signs in those community booths, like community.
Like the blue one that's right by the library and the post office. Well, we'll go out
Bulletin
in our,
board or?
sorry.
The bulletin board?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go out and we'll put flyers out
Yeah.
there, so try and reach out and share the information that way as well. I do also, I'm, the Just Ask Mount Bridges and Just Ask Strathroy, I'll post stuff there when I can, because businesses can only do it on certain days, so I have posted there
I
before.
told her about the walks and stuff like that, the tours, and she's quite interested in that, and that you guys have these classes for crafts and stuff like that, so, yeah, just a statement, so, okay, that's me.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes, can I? I member for Canadian Royal Legion in Mount Bridges, and I know Terry as well as the president. If you need some flyers, I can put in the Royal Legion community. It's okay. I will do with a pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for pointing out the different events you have going on and, encouraging board members to participate. I think that that's really great. I guess that was one of my questions, was how, as board members, can we assist you or the museum? What kind of roles or tasks could we possibly, what can we do to help? Don't be afraid to share.
Well, we do have one thing, and it's not quite with the committee, but if you know of someone that wants to be on our foundation, because we do have a foundation as well, you can put the word out for that. We do need a few members for our foundation, and they don't actually have to be a Strathroy-Caradoc resident. They can be just local, let's say, but we are looking for foundation members as well. So if you know anybody who would like to help raise money for us, that's also a thing.
We could have our events, our auction, like that's something that the foundation's also really, a good thing for us, then they can do certain fundraisers too. But yeah, as a committee, obviously meetings and the collections is great. If you want to come out to markets again, when we had our opening, it was really great. Alo, you helped us out a lot manning the cotton candy machine. That was really helpful. So whenever we do have those kind of events too, we can definitely reach out and just say, these are some tasks that would be great to have some help with. We can do that.
Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out, I think, to board members and let us know. I think that sometimes, people want to get involved, but we don't always know what you need. So please reach out via email and let us know if you need another pair of hands or there's room at the booth. That sounds awesome. Anybody have anything else for our meeting tonight that they want to discuss? Okay, seeing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Dave.
The schedule of meetings?
Oh, sorry, schedule meetings. Take
I
that
withdraw
back.
that.
You withdraw that? I don't have the schedule of meetings.
Yeah, who has?
Is it Tuesday, September 19th
Yes.
at 6:30 p.m.?
Okay, did everybody hear that? September 19th, 6:30 p.m. is our next meeting. We're gonna break for July and August. Okay, wonderful. But there's lots of events happening, so
So you can always come out.
you always come out. All right. Can I get a motion to end the meeting? Second? Sure. No? All in favor? Adjourn. Thank you so much.